right? Example 4, you can say here is that you can say that repetitive timer. Right? Repetitively, we need to give on pulse, right? So that means what we can say that different applications are there, right? For example, you want to stamp on that particular anything, right? With some repetitive times for every 2 seconds, we are going to be stamping, right? So in industry application, if you see in industry application, for example, in cloth industry or in paper industry, right? In paper industry, if you observe that particular one, right? In cloth industry, that particular bundle of cloth is going to be moving like this, right? Moving like this before before going to be packed this particular cloth, right? Going to be cloth, right? While making this particular cloth, right? At repetitive intervals of times, we need to be stamped on that particular bundle. This is the bundle number 1, this is the bundle number 2, this is bundle number 4. Like that, we need to give some stamping, or you can say that some printing on that particular edge of the bundle. Edge of the bundle. That means what? Some jet inkjet motor is going to be connected to stamp this particular number, this particular bundle number, right? So that means what? For example, this is the application. See here, this is the way this cloth is rolling, right? So we need to connect some motor that is going to be ink. You can say that this is the inkjet motor, right? The motor connected to the inkjet need to be on in a repetitive intervals of time. That means what? With some delay, that means it needs to be on, means it's, you can say that it's like this, it's on pulsative time, right? It's a printing here one, right? After some time, what will happen? This cloth is moving like this, right? After some time, once again it's going to be on with some pulse, right? That means once again this inkjet need to be give second. That means by that time the cloth is like this, right? So 2, like that, 3, 4, like that. This is a simple I am giving example, but in industry how it's going to takes place. For every 100 meters or 1000 meters bundle is completed, it's going to give bundle number, right? So with some delay, once again with some delay, it's going to be on, right? So on means during this time inkjet motor is no get to be gives, it needs to be work, right? It needs to be stamped, right? So on. This off state with some delay. For example, for every 12 seconds, it needs to be on, right? Once again off after 12 seconds, right? After 12 seconds, it's need to be on, right? Like that, for every, given some simple example. In industry, maybe for every 1 minute, it's going to be stamped, right? Depending upon the how fastly it's moving, right? Motor connected to the winding this particular cloth. Based on that, you are going to be provide delay, right? For that, with that particular delay, it's inkjet motor need to be stamped like this. One minute print bundle 1, after 1 minute print bundle 2, stamp, right? After 1 minute, once again inkjet motor. Like that, for every repetitive intervals of time, inkjet motor is need to be on. It needs to be on, right? So like that, for that application, we need to write a program, right? That is called as a repetitive timer, right? So that means whenever this something which is going to be connected here, some motor, or you can say that whenever this particular cloth is there, using some proximity switch, right? If cloth is there, then only some motor is connected to this particular to run this particular cloth also is there, but we are not discussing about that. If cloth is there, inkjet motor is need to be on in repetitive intervals of time, right? So for this application, how connection diagram is going to be adjusted? Connection diagram is going to be adjusted, right? So input module, once again, right, connected to the CPU, right? So output module Alright, so input module is going to be connected to the one proximity switch, proximity switch 1, right. This is going to be connected to the line voltage. This story is same, everything, right. Its address is important, 0.2 for example, right. Output, it is also connected to the inkjet motor, inkjet motor. Its address is something 0.3 for example, right. So it needs to be on with some delay. For that we need to write a program for CPU. For that you need to write a programming for CPU, which is very simple. You can see here, right. Whenever cloth is there, it need to be on, right. So your timer is there, so anyway this one is the positive rail, this one is the negative rail, right, negative rail. So whenever input is there, input I, 1 minute, it's not required, right. I, what is the terminal address here? 0.2, right. What is the output you are going to get is Q 0.3, it's connected, right. This is the inkjet motor is going to be connected here, right, address, right. Whenever this is Q 0.3, see here preset value, how much delay you want? 12 seconds, right. Register something, holding register 104 for example. This is the very simple logic to run like this. Say here, whenever input is, it's reset only, right. Whenever this is cloth is there, right, it's active, right, it is 1, then what will happen? This is a keep on incrementing value. Up to that time it's low only, it is low only. After 12 seconds, right, what will happen? Both are going to be equal, holding register value and preset value is going to be equal, then it's going to be high, right. So whenever this is high, it's going to be reset once again, it is going to be it's going to be 0 reset, right. Like that, it's a keep on 0 only, it is keep on 0 only. Whenever it's a 0, this is also going to be 0 only, whenever once again it is 0, right, this is going to be reset, right. It's a keep on incrementing up to 12 seconds, it is high only, it's low only, then once again it's going to be high. Like that, this logic is going to be work to on this particular inkjet motor in repetitive intervals of time. Like that, it's going to be work. This is the logic for the timer logic, that means logic for this particular repetitive timer application, right. So this is the way this particular repetitive timer is going to be work, right. Timer is going to be work, all right. So this is the application, one of the application for the industry, all right. So like that, in any industry, in paper industry also, you can write programming for this particular type of control application, right. So this is the fourth example. So like this, we have a different applications for in different applications in industry, all right. We have a, you can write a logic using this particular timer, right. So other example we can discuss here is, for example, if you want to on and off, another example I want to discuss here is, if you want to on and off two LEDs, right, right. So red LEDs or any light, right. For example, red light 1 and red light 2,
2, right? So this is also one light, right? So this is also another light, right? If you want to on and off these lights alternatively, if you want to, our application is like this. For example, if you want to on and off this particular two lights alternatively, that means what? While uh, red light 1 is in on position, should be in off. While this is in on position, this should be off. This should be off, like that. For example, this is the indicating pole, right? Alternatively, if you want to on and off this particular two lights, right? So while this is in the on position, right, this should be in off position. This should be off position, right? This one should be off position, right? So if it is in the on position, off position, this should be in the on position, right? So alternatively, to indicate some process is going to be happening over there, right? For that, so application controlling should be like this. Application control should be like this, right? For that we can write a program, PLC logic for this particular application, right? Before writing logic for this particular application, you need to connect this particular sensors and actuators to the PLC module, right? To the PLC module. Now you can see the connection diagram of this particular application, right? So how for this particular application, whenever you switch on, right, these two lights should be on and off alternatively. That is our application, right? In this application, what is the in sensor? One switch. What are the actuators? Two lights, one LED 1 and LED 2, which is red LEDs, right? Two actuators are there and one switch is there, right? These are going to be connected to the input module as well as output module. This one is the output module. For the input module, you are going to connect one switch, right? This is one push button you are going to be connected. Its address may be anything, right? So based on the terminal you are going to be consider. And then output module is there. Output module also two output devices we need to connect. One LED 1 and LED 2. This is the LED 1 and this one is the LED 2, right? Its address once again Q 0.5 and Q 0.2, right? So this is also input module, also 8 terminal input module, right? This output module is also 8 terminal output module, right? So in 8 terminals we have power supply terminal and ground terminal. Similarly, output module also has a power supply terminal and ground terminal. Apart from that, we have 8 terminals. In 8 terminals, one terminal we are going to be used for to connect the switch, right? So here line voltage is going to be take, right? This line voltage is going to be take from the power supply terminal of the input module, right? So output two terminals, that is third terminal and sixth terminal, is connected to the LED 1 and LED 2, right? So this is going to become the connection diagram, right? So how you need to operate this particular one? Alternatively, you should need to be on and off two lights. That means some process is going to be takes place, right? There are some process is going to takes place to indicate alternatively these two lights are going to be on, right? For that we need to write a ladder logic program here, right? So in CPU RAM we need to write a ladder logic, right? So logic, you see logic, ladder logic, you can see here, right? So how you can write ladder logic? This is the C, two rails are there, right? Two rails are there. This one is the positive rail and this one is the negative rail, right? So in between two rails we need to write a program. You need to write a program, right? So here whenever this input is going to be on, right? This output, right, you are going to be, so give input signal, Right. So see here, whenever this switch is going to be on, this switch is going to be on. Right. Switch is going to be on. That switch is going to be connected to what terminal? I 0.2. I 0.2. Right. So that is the I 0.2. Right. Here also I 0.2. Right. So wait. So here what output is going to get? This is the one, this two are first output is, this is Q 0.2, right. This one is the Q 0.5, 0.5, right. These are the two outputs which are going to be connected, right. So this is also right. So see here, right. So whenever input is given, all are going to be reset, and it needs to be start timer, right. Start timer, right. This one is also I 0.2, I 0.2, that is the input switch you are going to use here, right. So how much delay you want? That delay you need to place here. For example, 20 seconds you want, equivalent 20-second value you need to place. So here register, holding register, for example 102, right. In the similar way here 20 seconds delay, right. Register, holding register 103, right. Here also you are going to get 1, that is for example Q 0.6, right. So here it's going to be stored in the Q 0.4, right. This Q 0.4 you need to give feedback here, Q 0.4, this one you need to give feedback here, 0.6. Same thing you can give here, Q 0.6 and Q 0.6, right. So this is the program, to alternately on and off this particular two LEDs, right. We'll see now how operation is going to be takes place, right. How operation is going to be takes place, we'll see now, right. So where the input is getting, input switch here Q, it's connected to the input terminal, third terminal, right. So third terminal input you are going to get here and here. See this one, all are taking input from the this particular terminal, right. If it is 0, all are zeros, two timers are not going to be operated. In the similar way, these two zeros means these two outputs are off only. These two outputs what? Q 0.2 third terminal, this is Q 0.5, 0.2 and 0.5, both are this is LED 1, right. This one is LED 2, both are going to be off condition only. That means what? If it is an, this switch is in open condition, right, input is 0, that means input is low, what will happen? The corresponding bit in the input image block is 0, that means if it is 0, this is also 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 0. That means what? All the rungs, whatever the rungs we have in this particular PLC logic, right. So there is no flow from positive to the negative terminal. That is the reason this is the bit corresponding to the output image block, this is the bit corresponding to the output image block or zeros, right. These are the two logics, right. These outputs 0.2 and 0.5 output image block corresponding bits are also 0. That is the reason LED 1 and LED 2 are in off position only. This one is also off position, right. This one is also off position, this one is also in off position, right. So now I want to start alternatively on and off it. I want to blink, this one stop, I want to blink with some delay, and this one is I should off, like that. Blinking, both the lights need to be blinked like this alternatively, right. That is the application I want to perform whenever I on this particular switch, right. If you on this particular switch, right, then what will happen? It is going to be contacted, output is going to become high now, right? Output from this particular third terminal is going to be high, right? That means what? The corresponding bit in the input image block is going to be high. That means what? This is also high, right? This is also high, 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 right? So see, look at this particular one, how PLC is going to be work. It is going to be execute one by one rung, one by one rung, right? It is going to be execute this rung, then this one, then this one, then this one, right? Like that it's going to be work one by one rung is going to be executed. First look at this particular one. Whenever this particular activate this particular one by taking high signal from this particular terminal, or you can by taking high value in the input image block corresponding to particular terminal, right? CPU, in CPU you return this particular logic, right? Whenever this is high, what will happen? This is going to be reset. This holding register 102 is going to be reset. At the same time, this is to reset, you know, this particular terminal is to reset, right? This terminal is used to run this particular timer, right? So whenever you reset this register 102 is going to be zeros, right? Anyway, these two are normally closed contact, right? So if this output is 0, it's not going to be affected. That is the reason whenever this is active, that means energized by switching on, right? Energized, this holding register 102 is going to be reset. At the same time, this is going to be start running. That means what? This output, this value in the holding register 102, holding register 102 is going to be reset, right? Then it's keep on incrementing with run input, right? At the same time, see here, these two rungs, right? This is also active, this is also active. Why? Because this is giving high signal. This is also active, this is also active. So this is also energized, this is also energized. But here is normally open contact is there. That is the reason this LED 2 is not going to be on. But this is closed contact, right? Corresponding bit is also 0 until this holding register is going to be occupied with equivalent value of preset value. That means what? Up to 20 seconds, up to 20 seconds, this is low only, output is low only, up to 20 seconds, right? Even though it start running this particular timer 1, this is the timer 2, right? Timer 1, up to 20 seconds, it is low only. It is low, that is the reason this is not going to be activated. This is going to be activated. That means this is in the normally closed condition only, right? Normally closed condition only. That is the reason LED 1 is going to be on. This is LED 1 is going to be on position. LED 2 during that time, right? This is off position only. Why? Because up to 20 seconds, this is low only. After 20 seconds, what will happen? This is going to be high. Why? This register value is equivalent to preset value. That is the reason high. It is going to be takes place after 20 seconds, right? After 20 seconds, this is the high. That is the reason same bit is going to be updated in the output image block. That is going to be take as input to this particular two rungs, right? Whenever this is high, what will happen? This normally open contact is going to be closed due to the activation, right? Due to the activation, this normally closed contact is going to be opened. That is the reason once it is opened, this LED 1 is going to be off, right? During that time, this is LED 2 is going to be on, like that. These two are going to be operate alternatively, right? So whenever this is I, what will happen? These are going to be, both are going to be, that means this timer 2 is going to be start reset and start run up to 20 seconds. This is going to be low only. After that, it's going to be high. Then it's going to be disconnect. That is the reason during the up to that time, this is going to be on, this is going to be off. Like that, two LEDs, LED 1 and LED 2 is alternatively is going to be on and off, right? Just blinking. LED 1 with after 20 seconds it's going to be blink, after 20 seconds it's going to be blink, LED 2 is going to be blink. To perform that operation logic you need to write like this, you need to write like this. This is the other example using this particular timers, using this particular timers. If you want to off and on alternatively, here lights, right, you can consider motors also, right, alternatively you can on and off two motors, right, alternatively you can on these two fans, alternatively you can on these two lights. Like that anything you can do by connecting this particular loads to the output module, right. If you use switch, or you can use some proximity sensor, whenever someone entered you just make one light on and off alternatively, right, to indicate someone has entered, right. So for that application, for any case, any application, right, you can write program like this. This is the ladder logic for this particular application. This is the other example, right. In the previous class we discussed so many examples using timers, right, so many example, right, grinding, right, lubrication of the pump, right, then alternatively that means repetitively you are using jet printer, how you are going to be stamping on the bundle of cloth or bundle of paper, right. So like that for different application you can develop logic, right. In any logic we develop up to now using timers, right. What use of timer means, just timer is providing some delay between the two events, or while performing one by one operation, right. If you want any delay you can provide that particular delay by writing the rung in the PLC logic using the timer block, This is the one example, right.